You can pay as much as $47 for a single pair of Mechanix gloves. And in an independent head-to-head glove test, run by a man who bought every single pair with his own money and takes no sponsorships, Mechanix did not come first in anything. Not abrasion, not cut, not puncture, not grip. Meanwhile, there is a glove made in Sri Lanka that costs about $2 a pair when you buy it by the dozen, and it is the glove that electricians, machinists, and warehouse crews quietly reorder every single month. Most homeowners have never heard of it because it has never had an end cap and it has never sponsored anything. This video names 7 cheap glove brands that outperform their price by an absurd margin. You have probably heard of one of them, maybe 2. The 7th one is the entire reason this video exists, because of what happened to it in 2025. Let me start with the part nobody says out loud in the glove aisle. Gloves are not tools, they are consumables. A professional does not buy one pair of gloves and own it for 3 years. A professional buys a dozen pairs, wears them until the palm coating gives out, throws them away, and opens the next pair. That is the single biggest gap between how a contractor buys gloves and how a homeowner buys gloves. The homeowner walks into a big box store, sees a wall of packaging, picks the one brand that looks serious and costs $35 and buys it once. Then he treats it like a wrench. He keeps it for 4 years, the coating cracks, and he decides gloves are a scam. Here is what that mistake costs. According to figures reported widely in the safety industry and attributed to OSHA, roughly 71% of hand and arm injuries could have been prevented with the right gloves, and yet roughly 70% of workers wear no hand protection at all. Of the ones who do, about 30% are wearing the wrong kind. The Bureau of Labor Statistics logged around 143,000 hand injuries in a single year, second only to back injuries. The average hand injury claim is commonly cited at around $6,000. A severed tendon can run past $70,000. So the stakes here are not comfort, the stakes are your hands. And the strangest part of this entire industry is that there is an objective, laboratory-verified rating printed directly on the cuff of most of these gloves, and virtually nobody reads it. The Mechanix story is a genuinely great one, and it deserves to be told honestly before anything else. Mechanix Wear was founded in 1991 by Jim Hale. The original glove made its debut at the 1991 Daytona 500 on the hands of the Richard Childress Racing Pit Crew. That was Dale Earnhardt's team. As origin stories for a piece of workwear go, that is close to perfect. The company is headquartered in Valencia, California, and it built a brand so strong that for an entire generation of American men, the word glove and the word Mechanix became the same word. But a brand and a glove are two completely different things. Mechanix gloves are designed in the United States and manufactured in Asia, across facilities in Vietnam, China, the Philippines, Cambodia, and Indonesia. In 2019, the private equity firm Griffon Investors made a significant investment in the company, and Mechanix has been a private equity portfolio company ever since. None of that is dishonest, and none of it is unusual. Almost every glove brand you can name sources from those same overseas manufacturing hubs. The problem is the price tag the brand supports. In April of 2021, a channel called Project Farm published a head-to-head glove test. The host buys everything he tests with his own money and states plainly in the video that he never accepts sponsorships. He put Mechanix up against Ironclad, Carhartt, Milwaukee, Wells Lamont, Westchester, Endura, Amazon Basics, and a cheap Amazon brand called VGO. He tested impact, puncture, abrasion, cut resistance, and grip. Milwaukee won overall, at $35 a pair, but the best performance for the money was Ironclad, at $26, and in the abrasion test, the Ironclad lasted more than twice as long as the competition. Now, Mechanix did not embarrass itself, and I want to be fair about that. It held up respectably on abrasion. It landed behind Milwaukee and Endura on cut resistance, which is a decent showing. On grip, it was one of the weaker gloves in the field. But it did not come first in one of those categories. Not one. It is a perfectly good glove that costs a great deal more than a perfectly good glove has to cost. And the puncture test, the one that decides whether a nail or a thorn or a metal splinter reaches your palm, was won outright by VGO. A brand that sells multi-packs on Amazon for a few dollars a pair, That is the actual finding. Not that the famous glove is bad, that the famous glove is fine, and fine has never been worth $47. If this is the kind of thing nobody tells you in the tool aisle, subscribe, because that is what every video on this channel does. The first brand on this list costs about $2 a pair, and it is the glove that people who wear gloves for 8 hours a day keep reordering. It is called MaxiFlex, model 34874, made by a company called ATG in Sri Lanka. ATG is vertically integrated, which means it actually owns and runs its own factories instead of badging somebody else's product, and it employs thousands of people doing it. The glove uses a patented microfoam nitrile coating on the palm and fingers, which is the part that actually matters, because the palm is where every glove dies first. It carries a European rating of 4131. That leading 4 is a 4 out of 4 on abrasion, the highest score the scale allows. In American terms, abrasion level 4, cut rating A1. It is not a cut glove, it is a dexterity glove that refuses to wear out, and you can buy 12 pairs of it for roughly the price of 1 pair of Mechanix. The second brand is the one that proves the entire premise of this video, because it is the one case where the paperwork actually says it out loud. Showa is a Japanese manufacturer founded in 1954, and the company says it introduced the world's first nitrile-coated glove. Its most famous product is the Model 370. You will also find that exact glove sold as an Atlas 370 and as a Best 370. Retailers who carry all three say it plainly. Same factory, different sales channels, and the exact same glove no matter which name is stamped on the back. 3 brands, 1 glove, $3 to $6 a pair. Now here is where I have to be careful with you, because this is the claim everybody repeats and almost nobody can prove. You will hear that the cheap gloves and the expensive gloves all come out of the same factory. For Showa and Atlas and Best, that is documented. Everywhere else, it is a guess. There is no public import record proving that any budget brand shares a production line with Mechanix, and I am not going to tell you otherwise. What is provable is that most coated work gloves sold in America come from a small handful of manufacturing clusters in China, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan, and that most of the brands on that wall are marketing companies, not factories. The third brand is one of those, and it is completely upfront about it. Grease Monkey is owned by Big Time Products, based in Rome, Georgia, which also owns Firm Grip, True Grip, and Gorilla Grip. The company openly states that most of its gloves are produced in China and Pakistan, and its products sit in more than 40,000 stores. When Project Farm ran a separate test on disposable nitrile gloves, which is a different product from the coated work gloves, in the rest of this video, Grease Monkey was the most durable glove for the money at about $17.50 per 100, and a $25 box from a big box store finished dead last. Different product, identical pattern. The fourth brand is VGO, and it is the one that should embarrass everybody. VGO sells on Amazon and ships from China. No dealer network, no NASCAR story, no shelf space at the front of the store, and it won the puncture test, ahead of Wells Lamont, ahead of Carhartt, ahead of Ironclad, ahead of Milwaukee. The cheapest glove in the field gave the best protection against the injury that actually sends people to the emergency room. The fifth brand is Ironclad, and it is the ceiling of this list. Ironclad was founded in 1998 in El Segundo, California, and was acquired by Brighton Best International in 2017. Its founder, Ed Yeager, started the company because tradesmen kept telling him the same thing. They could not use the gloves that existed because the gloves were too bulky and they could not feel their tools. At $26, Ironclad was the best performing glove per dollar in the entire test, outlasted the field in abrasion by more than double, and won grip outright. It is not the cheapest glove here. It is the one that proves the expensive glove was never expensive because it was better. The sixth brand has been sitting in front of you at Costco your entire adult life. Wells Lamont was founded in 1907 by W.O. Wells in Aberdeen, South Dakota. It is now part of the Marmon Group, which sits under Berkshire Hathaway, and it is one of the very few names on this list that still runs an American plant in Philadelphia, Mississippi. It is the stack of gloves next to the paper towels that you have walked past 100 times without looking down. Wells Lamont is not the toughest glove you can buy, And it does not need to be. It is the brand that taught American buyers to purchase gloves the way a job site does, by the pack. Wear them, wreck them, replace them, and never think about it again. That habit is worth more than any single pair of gloves you will ever own. The seventh brand is the reason this video exists. Kinco was founded in 1975 in Portland, Oregon by Bruce Kindler, and it stayed family-owned for 50 years. Its signature product is the 1927 series pigskin glove, and it costs about $12. It is not a marketing product. It is the glove that ski lift operators, snowcat drivers, ranchers, and mountain guides buy on purpose in a market where nobody is fooled by packaging. Steve Banks, an internationally certified mountain guide, told Backcountry Magazine that between ski edges, snowcats, shovels, and explosive fuses, Kinkos simply stand up to the abuse. A $12 glove built a cult following in the hardest use case in North America, purely by being good. And in 2025, Mechanics Wear, backed by its private equity owner, bought Kinco. Sit with that for a second. The premium brand that never came first in that test did not respond by building a better glove. It responded by acquiring the cheap, family-owned glove company that working people actually trusted. That is not a scandal. It is not illegal. It is not even unusual. It is simply the clearest possible illustration of what you are paying for when you pay for the name. Because here is the thing that ties all of this together, and it was printed on the glove the entire time. Under the American voluntary standard, a rated glove carries an abrasion score from 0 to 6 and a cut score from A1 to A9. Under the European standard, it carries a small shield with numbers for abrasion, cut, tear, and puncture. Those numbers come out of a machine in a laboratory. The machine does not know what the glove cost. The machine does not know whose logo is on it. If a $2 glove and a $40 glove both come back rated A4, they cut the same in the test that decides what A4 means. That rating will not tell you whether the glove fits, and it will not tell you whether the coating peels, but it will tell you for free in print on the cuff whether the price you are about to pay is buying you protection or buying you a logo. Nobody in that aisle is going to walk you through that before you hand over $47. Every glove brand on that wall has a story, a racing team, a founding date, a founder, a hometown. None of it is entirely dishonest, but there is a real difference between a brand that earned your trust in 1991 and a glove that earns it on a laboratory abrasion machine today. Sri Lanka, Japan, Georgia, Oregon, MaxiFlex for the person whose hands are in it all day. Showa for the person who wants the original. Grease Monkey and VGO for the person who understands that gloves are meant to be thrown away. Ironclad for the person who wants the best and refuses to overpay for it. Wells Lamont for the multi-pack. And Kinco for as long as it stays the glove it has always been. Buy them by the dozen. Read the cuff. Replace them when they fail. If this saved you money, hit subscribe. Finding the thing nobody in the store is going to tell you is the entire point of this channel.